Some people have asked me how I get my pig to be so calm, and that's what we'll talk about today. I've had several people comment on how calm Steve Earle is. This is Steve Earle right here, and he is our pet pig. We have pigs for meat on our farm. We actually butchered Penelope's brother just a couple weeks ago. He was delicious, and we aren't opposed to eating pig. We like pig. Bacon is one of our favorite things, but Steve Earle is our pet. We enjoy him. We've been working on training him, and some people have asked how I've gotten him to be so calm. He isn't always calm. See, if I pick him up, he'll make some noise if I move him around certain ways. But you hear him? But he's not whining that much. I'll show you in just a second some of these new pigs that were born just about a week ago, how they behave whenever I hold them. I've not worked with them quite as much. I've left them alone, but I have worked with Steve a great deal. Let me show you a few things with him, and then with these other pigs, what I do. I would say that my training technique is somewhere halfway in between Zen of not meaning him any harm and only thinking positive thoughts and only having good wishes toward him, and a little bit of dominance, because I've got to tell him who's boss. We're right over here with his mama. We haven't separated his mama yet, and he still lives over here with his mama most of the time. And he acts like this far more when he's with his mother than he does whenever he's at our house. Some people keep their pig in the house all the time, but we don't do that. But here's some of the things that I've done. I would take him and purposefully do some of the things that pigs don't like. Pigs don't like being held. Pigs don't like being held out like this. So I would hold him and I would stretch his little legs out. I'm not putting any weight. I'm just holding him out like this just to show him, just to keep control. I've got a good grip on him. And it's kind of loose right now, to be honest with you, the grip, because he's not fighting it. I've also held him, and he hates this. Pigs hate being put on their belly. So in some ways, what I'm trying to do is to take the spirit out of him. So like I said, he does this a whole lot worse when he's over here next to his mama. He doesn't do this quite as bad when we're at the house. As far as I know, them being on their back like this doesn't hurt them. It's just they don't like it. And I want him to know that the things that he doesn't like, that he needs to trust me. Even though he doesn't like it, that this isn't gonna hurt him, and he's not gonna be hurt in my hands like this. So I'll practice with him doing some of the things that he doesn't like. And if you want them to be friendly, and you want them to be docile, and you want them to, and you want them to work with you and not be pests, then you're gonna have to do some of these things and spend a little bit of time with them. I used to come out here a few times every day and hold them upside down and hold them right side up. See, especially now that I've got him the right way, I've got him right side up, now he's not unhappy at all. They're very intelligent creatures. So now he understands, well, this isn't what I want. I don't want to be held up like this, and pigs don't like being held up around out like this. I don't like being held like this, but at least I'm not being held on my back. And I'm not trying to torture him. I care about him. I like him. We care about our animals here, but he's got to know that I'm in charge, and I can't have some of that behavior. So, I work with some of those things. Again, I basically just hold him. I also did a little bit, because it used to, whenever I put his head next to my face, I've got a couple of videos. Whenever I put my head next to his face, he's bit my nose a couple of times. My name's John Lee Pettit. Ow, you bit me! And he's bit my fingers a little bit. See, did you see him kind of snap at it right there? He don't like it. He's mad. He's mad right now, but he's bitten my fingers, and he got my thumb. There's actually a spot on my thumb right there. Do you see that? That's where he's gotten me before. But anyway, he don't like that stuff. It's a work in progress. I'm trying to train him, and it's not an overnight thing. So he's really, he lets me do whatever I want with him. I like him. He can sit on the back of my couch. We do let him in the house, and he sits on the back of my couch sometimes for hours at a time, and we don't almost forget that he's there. It takes a little bit of time to get there. When you get home from work, pick him up before you go to work. Pick him up, spend a little bit of time with him, and then if you keep him outside, then that's fine. We keep ours outside. I don't think we're going to keep Steve inside all the time, but that's how I've done Steve Earle. Now I'm going to get one of these these new pigs and do the same thing for you and see how they behave just a bit differently. Both of these are were born. Somebody actually wants both of them. This is a little boy. He's kind of orange. Somebody has already asked to purchase him, and this is the only little girl from this last litter. See, they don't like being held. They've not been held a whole lot. They're both wanted for pets. So I'm not sure if they're going to keep them in the house or not. I don't think they are, but they still want them to be friendly and asked if I would mind holding them. Pigs are social animals, and they like to not be by themselves. If you can get more than one, that would be better. And I'm going to castrate this little guy. I'm going to show you. So they're not, quite as docile because they've not been held as much. And, these are probably only about a week old, and Steve Earle's, a couple of months old at least now. They aren't quite as, they haven't been held quite as much. So I'm not even doing anything to them besides holding them. And Steve Earle, when I hold him, we don't hear those things at all. So I'm going to show you again what I do, and you've got to be patient with it. I'm going to use, which one do you think I should use? I like the orange one. Don't you think the orange one's pretty? I like him. Whenever I do it, see, he don't like it. So he's fighting me. I'm having to hold him kind of tight. But he's got to know, I'm trying to teach him that I'm in charge, and that when he's in my hands, he pooped a little bit on me. That hadn't happened to me yet. I've been peed on by a pig, and now I've been pooped on. Anyway, he don't like this. I'm having to hold him tight here. And if I put my finger out in front of him, he would bite it. But what you've got to do when you're trying to train them, unless you're taking a different tack, there are some people who are, who try something else. They try just patience with them, and that's great, but I ain't got time for that. I've got a whole lot of other things to do. I'm holding him, telling him that I'm not gonna hurt him, and I'm not gonna hurt him, but I am in charge. I've got his legs here. I'm the one that's in control. It's a process. He had his tongue out a second ago. Maybe you can't see it from that side. That's how I train my pet mini pigs. We care about our animals very much, but I believe that, with the animals, it's very important to establish some dominance in some ways. I keep the pigness of the pig and the chickenness of the chicken and so forth, but I also, if they're going to be pets, then, I'm the master, and that's pretty important if they're in my house and all that stuff. If they're outside, not a big deal, If they're going to be meat, let them just enjoy their lives that way. But I've got to, these are going to be pets. They're not just meat. But anyway, that's how we train our pigs. If you like things like this, then like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, select all so you never miss a notification. If you're watching on Facebook, then follow our page. On YouTube, we do a live stream every Sunday night at 8 p.m. If you're interested in something like that, then come on Sunday night at 8 p.m. Central Time. Thanks for coming. I don't know his name yet. What do you think we ought to name him? How about Red? He's kind of orangey red. Say bye, Red.